have an issue. I have a conflict. I have thoughts. Why do men no longer approach women? Like what? Why?
As long as you approach a lady with respect, they're not gonna snap on you. Like, damn, we ain't just walking around mean all damn time.
It has been an ongoing debate and a constant plea and a struggle for answers as far as why is it that so many men in today's time are refusing to approach the women. It has gotten, quite frankly, out of control. You have the most beautiful of women even talking about this, complaining about this, asking questions to these men. Why aren't you all trying to flirt with us, trying to get to know us, trying to date us? Like, what is the problem? I promise I'm not going to embarrass you. I promise I'm not going to be rude and mean. I'm going to be nice. Just please approach me again. And we've had countless videos populate of men and women giving their take and their feedback about why this has become such a widespread dilemma. But in today's dope discussion, you all, we are going to be talking about and highlighting something that I don't think anybody has ever touched base on before. And when I expose to you this reason why a lot of men are refusing to approach a lot of women today, refusing to interact and mingle with women today, you all are going to be shocked. It is unlike anything y'all have ever heard before. It's not an issue of the Me Too movement or an issue of a man being too intimidated or shy or embarrassed or anything of that sort. In today's exposure of why the men are refusing to approach these women, I can guarantee you a lot of women would not have seen this coming, and a lot of men also will probably strongly agree with what this brother had to say.
To my ladies, I need you to listen to me for a second. This is for you. Guys have no problem pursuing you. I promise you. It's in our nature to want to go after the woman that we want. But the reason why a lot of us men do not care to pursue women anymore is because we know in our hearts that we're in competition with so many other guys. And before you sit there and say, oh, what's wrong with a little bit of competition? These women know that. And instead of y'all going after the guy that y'all know is truly good for you, you'll sit there and let these men fight for you over and over again until the last one is standing. And quite frankly, for me, if I know I'm in competition with another guy and a girl is playing me against another dude, yeah, not happening. See, a problem with a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women is that y'all ego tells y'all that y'all have so many options. But I'm going to tell you something as a man. Just because a lot of men want you does not mean they want you for real. Ooh. A lot of these dudes lust after y'all. A lot of these dudes only want you for your flesh. So while you playing games with the dude that really rock with y'all, you choose the dude who really just want to use you, and then after he's done with you, you end up saying all guys ain't shit. But really you the problem. Like I said before, I ain't got no problem going up to a girl, asking her for a phone number and everything like that. But as soon as I see that there's no interest, that's where you lost me. A lot of guys with self-respect are not going to sit around and just boost your ego while you entertaining other dudes. I go for the woman that want me.
Ooh, flamethrowers, y'all. Drop the fire emojis in the chat right now if this guy right here was cooking. I'm going to drop mine because I believe so many other men feel this way as well. And maybe you all just never had anybody to put it so plainly to you as to why you are refusing to date or why you are refusing to entertain a woman or approach a woman. An underlying element to that could be the fact that a lot of you all feel like you're getting played. You're getting used. You're getting strung along all for her own selfish gain and motive, all to stroke her ego. And so now men are feeling like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time pursuing somebody who probably don't even like me like that. That's first things first. And then second off, if I pursue her and then I come to realize or find out that she's dealing with other men on the same level that she's dealing with me on, and she's aware that I'm aware of it and she still continues to do so, I feel disrespected. Because here I am as a man being expected to drop all of my other options for you, strictly and only entertain you, court you, try to get to know you, while you as a woman are okay and it's acceptable for you to be outside doing what you want to do with whomever you want to do it with in my face? I think not. And I'm gonna say this, y'all, and y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. A lot of women have weaponized their quote unquote roster against the other men in the roster. That is a part of the game and playbook. Now, a lot of y'all could be confused by that, so let me break it down. And I do believe that this brother really cooked with what he had to say. He said, look, I ain't doing all of that. I'm going to go after a woman who wants me. That's who I'm going to choose. That's who I'm going to approach. That's who I'm going to take seriously. But let me cook for a little bit. All right. And again, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. A lot of the women out here, you all, they have this quote unquote game that they're trying to run on these men. And the game is to see what man that is a part of my lineup is ready and willing to outdo the next. So I don't even mind that you know that I'm dating David and I'm dating Jeremy and I'm dating Kyle and I'm dating Derek and Eric and Tyrone. I don't care that you are aware of those things and aware of those guys. And I don't mind that I'm putting out there in the forefront of what these guys are doing for me because, and here's the catch to it, y'all. Ladies, this is why the men are done with y'all. The whole objective is to put on the front street what it is that Jeremy is doing, what it is that David is doing, what it is that Johnny is doing, whoever, fill in the blank, so that you can have it in your mind, oh, I need to be able to outdo him in order to gain her complete and total exclusivity, her commitment. Men have picked up on this, ladies. They see the game. They see that you are trying to actively pit other men against them so they can outshine, outdo, and out-earn your loyalty and your trust, and they're not going for it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show Jeremy that Eric took me on a ride on a helicopter. And so when they see that, they're going to be like, oh, well, damn, he took her on a ride on a helicopter. Well, I'm going to take her on a ride on a hot air balloon. You know, it's just this constant thing of trying to outdo the next guy. And that is ultimately how a lot of these women were able to get all of these different perks and benefits from dealing with a whole bunch of different guys. Because, hey, you're trying to win me over, right? You're trying to get me to drop all my other guys so I can be with you, right? Okay, well, you're going to have to step your game up and outdo what these guys are doing. He took me to a 4-star restaurant. You got to take me to a 5. He took me on a vacation to, I don't know, California. Oh, well, if you want to outdo him, you got to fly me out of the country. All of those different elements men have picked up on. This is why they don't want to deal with y'all anymore. So all of that ego stroking and saying, oh, it's just because the men are intimidated and it's just because these men can't handle a grown woman and this, that, and the third. No. They don't want to handle or put up with disrespect, manipulation. See, this brother here, he really exposed a hell of a lot. And fellas, I can guarantee you, a lot of you all can vouch for what he said. As a matter of fact, put the salutes in the chat right now if you are a guy that co-signs what that guy said in this video. If you co-sign him like that's facts, y'all not going to be playing games with me. You're not going to be utilizing me so that you can get all these grand gestures and perks and benefits out of me and other guys. No. If you don't want to exclusively be involved with me, I'm going to cut you off. Put the salutes. I bet we are flooded with salutes. Ladies, this right here, that's why they done. Y'all came up with all these different lists. Oh, it's because the men are afraid that, you know, this is going to happen, or they're afraid that that's going to happen. No. What did he say? He said, we're not afraid to approach y'all and talk to y'all. And I'm sure it's levels to that conversation because maybe there are men out there who are, but I believe you all, a lot of the guys out here, they don't mind approaching the woman that they want to approach. Can we be honest? And I understand the climate. I do. I understand that there are so many things that a man can risk by way of talking to a woman or complimenting a woman or flirting with a woman. And that can also contribute to them thinking twice and steering clear. But at the end of the day, if a man really wants you, you don't mind. However, it's another component that goes into that. It's the component of, yeah, I would talk to her, but I'm analyzing her ways and actions. I'm analyzing the type of woman that she is. And she seems to be the type of woman that would try to juggle a whole roster and rotation of different guys. That way she can be able to milk all of these different perks and benefits from every last one of them. And I don't want to be involved with women like that. So that's why I'm not going to approach these women today, because a lot of them are on that type of timing. You know that you're not exclusively involved with me. You know how serious I am about finding my significant other, about me taking things to the next level. And still, with you being aware of that, you're out here juggling a whole roster and rotation of different dudes. No, like I said, a lot of guys can feel slighted by that. They can feel disrespected by that. And then you trying to play me like I'm a dummy. That's really off limits and something that they just will not participate in. And I think a lot of women today, I'm gonna say it, and y'all like the video, share the video and subscribe. I think a lot of women today really slept on how wise and intelligent the men were. For a long time, we had in our minds that men were just suckers for love. Men were just suckers for a nice body, a pretty face. You know, all you had to do was make them feel like they had a chance or make them feel like they were special in some way, shape, or form. And then they would bend over backwards. They would do whatever you wanted them to do. But men have actually been able to witness and observe in real time in 4K a lot of y'all's manipulation tactics, a lot of y'all's mind games, and they just don't want any parts of it. Because I'm not a sucker. I'm not an easy lick. You're either going to come correct or reject. And I think that a lot of women overexposed themselves and they overplayed their hand. And that right there is what is ultimately contributing to a lot of the men out there just not approaching y'all. There's no real perk and benefit from being with you. Also that I can get used. Also I can get played. Also that I can be a part of a roster and a rotation. Y'all want men to court you. Meanwhile, you have a whole basketball court full of guys that you're rotating through. So it just does not compute to a lot of guys. And I think that right there is the main reason that a lot of women are sitting here scratching their heads wondering, why aren't the men pursuing the women like how they once did in the past? So, ladies, that's something else that you all could ponder on and think about as far as how you are approaching the dating scene. Are you the type of woman that is trying to keep a whole roster and rotation of different guys to juggle and reap all different benefits from all of them? Or are you somebody that's more mindful, more serious in your approach to where a man can honestly feel like he's not taking this grand, great risk on a woman who's not trying to take any kind of risk on him? You want him to put all his eggs in your basket while you get to divvy yours up? No. That right there, I think, is the culprit behind why men are not dating y'all, are not approaching y'all, and ultimately not taking any of you all seriously. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, opinions, feedback in the comment section down below. Let us know what you agreed with, what you disagreed with. What would you add? Okay, what is your key reason as to why you are refusing to approach women or date women today? Let us know, because we can always learn from what you all are saying. Okay, but like the video for me, hype the video for me, and I'm gonna check y'all in the next dope discussion. Much love and peace to all of my crown heads.
Women hate a man that's smart and knows his worth, and she can't manipulate him. If a woman can't manipulate you, you like public enemy number one. They're gonna say things like you're gay, you don't get women, you're an incel. And they do that because you have to understand, the woman isn't the physically superior being in the sense of physicality. So she has to learn to manipulate. So when a man comes around and she can't run her game and act innocent and naive and act like she don't know what's going on, she'll then get frustrated and start showing her true colors, because you're cutting off her game.